welcome back everybody. We are going to take a look at the LX today. We are with the Pimpxs ECM that takes place with a stock computer, and you reuse, or it's just plug and play, you use your stock wiring harness. Now I know there's better computers out there, but I have to say that since I got this thing put on, it's pretty user friendly, and I had this thing up and running and driving in 20 minutes. So as far as wiring goes, so here's the wideband that's connected to the computer. So you remove your driver's or your passenger side oxygen sensor and wire it in to the factory harness, and this is now what goes reference into the laptop when you're looking at it. And also, if you want to use the feature of auto tune, which it was easier to do it yourself than to let that auto tune work. Now, as far as under the hood, I really didn't have to do anything except run a vacuum line. Here's a hard line right here. It's going to, this is the ECM, this is the Pimpxs ECM. I don't have it in there right now because I want to make sure it works before I put it in there, but everything's good. So eventually here I'm going to undo the plug, get it up in there, and rehook it up. But you just have to run that. That's your map sensor. And here is the original computer right there. So right now the only issue I have with it, it's not really a big issue, is when it's cold it does hunting, idle hunting, up and down. It's not that big of a deal, like I said, but slight annoyance. But you know, after it gets halfway to operating temp, it smooths out and then it's fine. What I found is, you know, when I took it off with it, it's very easy to do because you can tune this thing while you're driving it. You can change fuel. It's not like HP tuners. I mean, it's easier to on the fly tune this car with that than it is with HP tuners on the CTSV, because with the CTSV I have to drive it, data log it, and then watch it, and then change it and upload it and then drive it like that. With this car, you just drive it and instantly add fuel somewhere and drive it, you know, give it gas, you'll feel the difference immediately. So when I first took it out, cruising, it was running at like, AFR was like 18 or 19, and it was, you know, hesitating a lot the second you tip in the throttle. So as I was driving, there's this little ball that floats around, which I'll show in a future video. It floats around in fuel cells, so you can kind of see where you're at, and then you can highlight those. And like, for instance, I just added 10 to it, and then instantly I seen a difference in the AFR start coming down. And I just tweaked it until the AFR was 14.7. And the same thing with wide open throttle. You can change it so that you're running it runs right at 11, right on the dot. So with the old computer, it was all over the place. When the car warmed up, it ran like real bad drivability issues. With this, now it's no longer using the mass airflow, so which it doesn't seem to need it. But it also runs about 20 degrees colder now with the tune that's in this ECM. So you can set all kinds of parameters, which I can get into later, but I'm very happy with that setup. I didn't even want to drive this car anymore, and now with this in there, it's like a new car again, and I like driving it. So we'll continue on that, but there it is. So I got that teed off this tree here. But yeah, this thing's been doing pretty good. It's basically just all old school setup. Nothing other that ECM's like the newest age thing on it, and that's not even that crazy new. But you know, as far as that thing's been out for quite a few years. So but I'm happy with the performance now of this car. So more to come on this. I just wanted to update on this car. So please like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next one.